What if I told you that Area 51, the most classified military installation in American history, was kept secret for decades until a drunk, lost soldier stumbled across it by accident? No UFOs, no little green men, no government mind control, just one very confused man, a dirt road he had no business being on, and a decision made by panicking government officials that accidentally created the greatest conspiracy theory in human history. This is the real story of Area 51, and I promise you, it is stranger than the alien version.
It's 1955. The Cold War is at its absolute peak. The Soviet Union has nuclear bombs. They have long-range bombers. And America? America has no idea what Russia is building inside its borders because nobody can get close enough to look. So the CIA comes up with a plan. A wild, unprecedented, borderline, reckless plan. They want to build an aircraft that can fly so high, 70,000 feet, that Soviet radar simply cannot reach it. A plane that could photograph a newspaper headline from the edge of space. They call it the U-2. And they need somewhere to test it, somewhere completely empty, somewhere so remote that no civilian would ever accidentally see it. CIA officer Richard Bissell finds it on a map. A dried-up lake bed in the Nevada desert, surrounded on all four sides by mountain ranges. No roads in, no people nearby. The nearest town is 100 miles away. It barely even has a name, just a vague reference on an old surveying grid. Grid square A51. They call it Area 51. Within months, they've built an airstrip, a control tower, barracks and a canteen, out of nothing in the middle of nowhere. Workers are flown in on unmarked planes from an unmarked terminal in Las Vegas. They sign documents that say essentially, you didn't go anywhere, you didn't see anything, you don't exist. The base is perfect. The base is invisible. The base is completely, absolutely, 100% secret. For about 3 years.
There was no dramatic leak, no Soviet spy, no whistleblower. The secret started unraveling because of Nevada's most dangerous combination: a long weekend, cheap whiskey, and a dirt road with no signage. Soldiers stationed near the Nevada test site would sometimes drive out into the desert on weekends, just to drive. Because what else do you do in the Nevada desert in 1957? And more than once, someone took a wrong turn, drove past a ridge they shouldn't have, looked up and saw, parked on a runway, gleaming silver in the desert sun, an aircraft unlike anything they had ever seen in their lives. Needle thin, no visible engine intake, wings like a giant predatory bird. It looked less like a military plane and more like something from a science fiction magazine cover.
The men reported it. The base went into lockdown, and the CIA, facing the real possibility that word would get out, made a decision that, with 50 years of hindsight, is absolutely hilarious. They decided the best way to hide a secret aircraft was to not explain the aircraft at all. Commercial pilots start reporting glowing discs moving at impossible speeds. They're not lying. They're watching U-2 test flights. But a U-2 at 70,000 feet, catching the last light of the setting sun while the ground is already dark, looks exactly like a glowing disc moving at supernatural speed. The CIA's response? They secretly start tracking UFO reports, not because they believe in aliens, but because they're terrified someone will correctly identify what they're actually seeing. So they classify the reports, which makes it look like the government is hiding something about UFOs, which it technically is. The cover-up wasn't hiding aliens, the cover-up was hiding the cover-up of the cover-up. More fences, More guards. New signs. Use of deadly force authorized. You know what happens when you put up that sign in the middle of a desert and refuse to say why? You get a religion. In 2013, the CIA quietly declassified documents acknowledging that Area 51 exists. Not what's in it, just, yes, there is a place. It is called Area 51. It is real. The world had a brief moment of aha, and then immediately asked, okay, but what about the part after 1974? Because that's the thing about a mystery that's been feeding itself for 60 years. Solving one layer just reveals a deeper one. The drunk soldier who took the wrong turn. The CIA officer who said, just don't explain it. Every single one of them, completely without meaning to, built something that no amount of declassification will ever fully dismantle. The most powerful conspiracy theory in American history wasn't built to deceive you. It was built to hide something completely boring and kept alive by pure bureaucratic stubbornness, which is, honestly, so much more terrifying than aliens.